Tanaka is known as the school's laziest student. He is so lazy that his best friend needs to carry him to class, and he never completes a full sentence. Even teachers don't bother him because he takes hours to do something. After class, his best friend Oda approaches Tanaka and requests that he remove his textbook from his backpack. When he notices Tanaka not moving and trembling, he feels his arm and realizes his limbs have fallen asleep. Tanaka informs Oda after class that this happens to him all the time. When he falls asleep face down, his arm becomes numb. When he tries to lean against the window, his eyes miscalculate the distance, and he smacks his head hard. If he rests his chin on his hand, it becomes difficult to grasp and causes pain in his joints. Hearing all of this, Oda knows that being listless is extremely risky for Tanaka. Later in gym class, Oda notes Tanaka's unusual enthusiasm for the exercises. Tanaka explains that he wants to train his body so that no matter how tired he grows, his limbs do not become numb or unpleasant. So today, he's going to work hard at exercising, so he can be lazy all day. The class starts with warm-up exercises, but after the second rep, Tanaka's back begins to pain. After 2 more reps, his arms begin to hurt, so he decides to rest and inhale the fresh air. After warm-ups, each class is allocated to play badminton. Tanaka and Oda team together to compete against their pals. Tanaka wants to emulate Oda's aggressive play style. However, due to his poor grip, the racket slides, and both of their friends' lives flash before their eyes. They immediately drag Tanaka to the sidelines for a break. Even when Oda plays against 2 people alone, he is stronger than Tanaka, who only watches. Tanaka believes that because Oda is on his squad, his passion will reflect on his grade, and he will also perform well in PE. Suddenly, he has an idea about the shuttlecock. Meanwhile, Oda unintentionally strikes one so hard that it flies out of the gym. They try to retrieve another from the storage box, but it is empty. Oda notes that Tanaka uses the shuttlecocks as head cushions, which relaxes him to the point of falling asleep. Seeing Tanaka sleeping comfortably, they decide to collect the one that flew away rather than wake him up. Oda one day finds Tanaka resting in an unusual stance. This time, he uses his second hand to hold his chin. Oda inquires whether something is wrong. While they're discussing, a friend summons Tanaka to assist with carrying printed papers to the staff room. Tanaka rises up, his hand still clinging to his chin. Oda informs him that his hand is attached to his face, but Tanaka still goes to help. He raises one corner of the paper bundle, but his pal informs him that he needs to move the stacks across the room. Tanaka responds, "But you literally just said, help me." Oda eventually helps him complete the mission. After distributing the papers, they proceed to drink water, but Tanaka only splashes his face. Oda notes that Tanaka appears different today, but decides to respect his uniqueness. During lunch break, Oda attempts to feed Tanaka, but he refuses despite his stomach growling. Oda encourages Tanaka to swallow at least one bite, but he still refuses. Later in music class, Tanaka starts playing the piano while the entire class sings. The happy music quickly transforms into a terrible nightmare tune. Everyone realizes Tanaka is at the height of his laziness. The instructor comes to return him to his seat, but as she touches his cheek, Tanaka screams like a snake, forcing her to apologize. Oda and his buddies begin to worry, suspecting Tanaka is in love. Oda finds him sitting at his desk, dejected. Oda feels bad because he believes he failed as a best friend by not detecting sooner. Tanaka trips over his backpack, spilling his notes, right as he tries to cheer him up with ice cream. Oda discovers a reminder: visit the dentist after school. Oda realizes Tanaka's unusual conduct is due to a toothache. He grabs him in his typical bro style and drags him to the dentist. Tanaka feels bothered following the therapy. Oda asks sarcastically if Tanaka is in love, but he immediately rejects it. The next day, while walking to class, someone cries, "I want to be your apprentice." Tanaka and Oda look back, but don't see anyone. Suddenly, they spot a tiny girl jumping to attract their attention. She introduces herself as Mo from the same class and requests that Tanaka take her on as an apprentice. Tanaka immediately rejects her plea. Because Tanaka was so direct, Mo simply dismisses his response and tells him she wants to be listless and adult-like. As a result, she wishes to become his apprentice and requests that he look after her. As you can see, today appears to be the most unpleasant day of Tanaka's school career. Tanaka throws a subtle curveball in his refusal, telling her to give up because he isn't taking new apprentices or anything. While Mo makes a wayward pitch, she tells him that no matter how difficult the discipline is, she can manage it. Tanaka decides to deliver a more direct pitch and tells her that he does not require any new developments in his tranquil, typical daily existence. In other words, he does not wish to become connected with a new character. Mo assures him that she would simply act like an old friend he has just met, so she won't be a new character. Oda also begs that Mo give up. Tanaka interrupts him and tells him that since it's only for one day, she may do whatever she wants. These words have an emotional impact on Oda. Tanaka hates having his tranquility interrupted, but he handles it maturely. However, Tanaka was thinking that refusing this individual would require much more effort. Meanwhile, Mo enjoys her victory. Tanaka tells her that, even though she is a phony apprentice, he has nothing to teach her. Tanaka basically simply leaves her alone and expects her to do her own study and learn from it. Mo agrees and promises to work hard, but Tanaka informs her that in lethargy, she should not strive hard or do anything harder. And Mo does her best without trying too much. Mo glanced at Tanaka in class since she had his permission and wanted to observe him. First, she assumes that her eyes should appear tired. The teacher is startled by Mo's death look when she sits at the front desk, so she sees she has failed her first step. Next, she realizes that she must relax her entire body, but she becomes overly relaxed, like a cold and lifeless person, and the teacher sends her to the nurse's office. Later, Oda presents Tanaka a donut shop voucher. Meanwhile, Mo continues to observe Tanaka, and this time, discovers a new technique. She will become a peaceful woman. But then she hears Oda, and since the voucher requires 3 individuals, Oda asks Mo if she wants to join them. Mo really wants to depart, but she doesn't want to show it and responds coldly. So she accepts to accompany them, but with a drooling mouth and a wagging devoted tail. It just indicates that she has failed again. During break time, Mo notices Tanaka purchasing a green tea. She enjoys strawberry milk, but believes that a grown-up would not drink something so childish, so she chooses green tea. Oda thanks her and takes strawberry milk for himself, shocking Mo and causing her to cry. So Oda takes Mo to Tanaka and tells him she is sobbing because she didn't have her favorite strawberry milk and chose green tea instead. This surprises Tanaka. So they decide to act, and Tanaka sips the strawberry milk to show Mo that he too likes strawberry milk. Mo is taken aback when she sees Tanaka drinking strawberry milk soullessly and runs away. Later, she becomes depressed and wonders if she lacks the ability to be lazy. But this time, she decides to prove to Tanaka that she is capable of becoming lazy. She conducts all of her research in the library, and after school, she provides Tanaka with a comprehensive report on listlessness. However, Tanaka merely reads the first page and informs Mo that she is not designed to be idle. The reason for this is that she is a hard worker, whereas Tanaka would never make such an effort to create a report. This shocks and saddens her, because she knows she will never be a pro like Tanaka. Tanaka, on the other hand, comforts her by telling her that being a hard worker is one of her strengths, and that she does not need to attempt to be like him. Finally, Mo informs him that she likes someone and hopes to be a good match with him. So, even if she is surprised on the outside, she wants to be an adult within. When Tanaka asks if the individual is dissatisfied with Mo's appearance or personality, she responds that this is not the case. He is a good person. Tanaka reminds her that if that person accepts her, she doesn't need to alter or try so hard. And Tanaka gives her the ideal advice. Even if she stands on her tiptoes, her true height will most likely be discovered within 3 seconds. So it is preferable for her to approach him life-size from the start, even if it means being rejected. Oda stops Tanaka from saying these things. Later, all 3 of them visit the donut shop. Tanaka and Oda arrive almost late for class the following day. They sprint at their top pace till they crash. It was literally a wall they ran into. They were also ready to collide with Shiraishi, but Oda narrowly avoided it. When Eken sees Mo, he immediately flips to his soft side and begins to swing him around. Tanaka and Oda are astonished to learn that Eken's pal is actually Mo. When Oda asks Mo if she was looking for Eken, she explains that she followed Eken's scent and ended up on the rooftop. Tanaka tells Eken that if it's Mo, she shouldn't be concerned because Mo is incapable of being lazy. Eken agrees, stating that Mo, unlike Tanaka, is a dedicated worker who cannot be persuaded by him. But then she chokes Tanaka for calling Mo zero capability and expels marks since they are offensive to her, according to Eken. When Mo asks what they were doing, Ekin explains that she was having a bout with Tanaka. Ekin claims Tanaka has terrible at everything, and there is no use in discussing it, and that he was not meant to be her opponent. But thank you for watching to this point. For the anime name, check the comment section. For part 2 and more interesting anime recaps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got other anime recaps for you. Check our playlist or choose a video. Thanks again for watching.